Hello everyone! Today we are going to be doing Judgment Day, which is going to be incredibly difficult for my character. I'm a boson. I say it all the time, I'm squishy. Taking off Ecstatic Frenzy so I can at least have a little bit of damage. A little bit of... Actually, I take that back, that's not completely necessary. But I've summoned these. The way Judgment Day works is you need to use Dark Summoning, and then a whole bunch of Adriums spawn with one Dark Nephalm, or I forget his name exactly. But they summon... You summon them, and then they need to hit you, and every time they hit you or one of my minions, they have a chance of summoning one of the bosses. There's two of them. They can either summon Mathiel or Imperius, I believe. I'm not double checking any of the things I say before I say them. Then I need to kill them to get a very important charm for Zahn, which really helps speed things up for me. There's a bonus quest here as well, where if you get them to summon Mathiel and Imperius at the same time, and you kill them within 30 seconds of each other, then you can cube the charm that they do drop, and it'll get some really good extra bonuses, like +3 to skills and something else. But it's going to be incredibly difficult to do any of this, like at all. The longer you have it going, the more Adriums are going to be summoned. You cannot hurt them, you just have to let them hit you. So they're going to be a problem the entire time, and the longer you wait, the more of them will start to spawn. So somewhat it is luck. I'm probably going to die a few times for my class. You really need some persistence here. If you're a Necromancer though and you have a lot of summons, this pretty much is free. You don't need to do anything, and you'll do this quite well. So I've got all my summons out. I even hotkeyed my summons so I can resummon them when they die. Spirit of Vengeance is out. I cleared out the Cathedral for the most part, so that nothing in here is going to interfere with me, which isn't necessary to do, but I was kind of hoping that my spirit would create some reanimates, which she never really did. So anyway, going to spawn them in the corner here. Hold on. Want to get all my summons here in the corner so they attack them. Dark Summoning. And it's like a 1% chance when they get hit that they're going to summon the boss that I actually need to kill. And they cast Earthquake, which they don't even need to hit me. Yep, you hear that scream? That's him. He's not easy to kill either. That was a nuke that killed all my summons. Luckily, for some reason, they attack my Spirit of Vengeance, even though he's invulnerable. There, I got it. Sweet. That was way easier than I thought it would be. Okay, sweet. It's not done yet, though. I do need to still get that that extra bonus. But let's look. We have the actual For Real's Charm. +1 to summon Adrium. That's going to help with this quest, ironically enough. And then Max Resist and Absorb, which is always welcome. That's always good stuff. Now I need another hotkey. I guess I'll give them E for Adrium. These are very important for Zahn. You can summon these spirits, summon an Adrium. They don't have a lot of life, but they have a chance where when they get hit, they can turn invulnerable. So they're pretty much free meat shields. Throw these out. They don't follow you, they'll stay there. But having a chance to be invulnerable is incredible. I have to go back to the Inner Cloister, and now what I need to do is kill two of them. Kill Imperial, kill Mathiel, and then cube this. I'm just going to leave it in the cube and transmute when I think I've killed two of them. Luckily enough, I was going to say last time, in the last game, that the only way I think I'd be able to do this easily is if they all focus on my Spirit of Vengeance. And, because she can't be killed, but things are still targeting her. I think even if this Uber skill didn't add anything else, like it was a really minute, like a little bit of life, I'd probably still use her for things like this, because that is an incredible bonus. You saw me kill Bale and Destruction as well with the same thing. Or maybe you didn't. But that's how it worked. Teleport into the corner again. I want everything all bunched up. Fire Elementals, they don't listen. Oh, Adriums, I think they have a... I don't remember them ever having that. Oh, I know what it was. I can't have them summoned if I don't have that in my stash. I'm gonna try and do it with it in here and not using them, so it's ease of use, so I can, you know, do that as quickly as possible. So without further ado, Dark Summoning. Best of luck, minions. That is incredibly powerful. There's Mathiel. That's Imperious. Sweet. This is going unreasonably easy. I think that might be both of them. No. Mathiel's not taking any damage. Got it. Wow, this was incredibly easy. Holy crap, I was gonna devote an entire episode to this. I'm still gonna. But damn, I thought I was going to die so many times trying to get this done. That Spirit of Vengeance is the only reason why I didn't. This has always been one of the harder Ubers for me because I always choose very, very fragile characters with not a lot of summons because I usually hate summons. But this is a big deal. Plus 50 to all attributes now. Plus 1 to summon Adrian, which... Why am I re-mentioning that? Plus 3 to all skills and a chance to cast Apocalypse when I die. But 50 attributes is really going to help for equipping things that require strength. I think I even have one in my inventory. This is a whatchamacallit, a crafted item I made a while ago. It's not very good, but it's better than what I've been using. So I'll swap that out. And let me go check something. So I love checking my damage. Now that I have plus 3 to skills, 44k, I'm doing good. While this is all in one episode, I might as well explain a couple of things about this charm that aren't obvious yet. One, Summon Adrian is amazing. I use it a ton. Like if I'm ever doing Destruction Cows, Tranathula, Fontaineville, what we're going to want to do is just throw these way out there in the corner, because they're going to soak up damage for one thing. But they're also going to attract other monsters to them. Where normally I'd be shooting like this and waiting for things and moving forward, you can lure monsters in by summoning them way out there. And then when they start to walk in, you can follow them in, they'll become invulnerable, and it really, really helps the killing speed and the squishability of Zons. So I've been waiting to get this like all game. Also, there is an Uber quest where you absolutely need Adriams in order to do it, because they remove the immunities of some other monsters within it called Toraja. I hate Toraja, but I'm probably going to have to go there somewhat soon. But I think there's a couple other easier Ubers I can do before that. And because I think I can fit this in here, I'm going to do a run through here, Tranathula, and use the Adriams to show you that they're awesome. What I do is summon them before I go in, because sometimes this main room can be way too much for Zon to handle. You want them to soak up that damage. So right in here, very typical stuff. But now that I'm doing, 44k damage, I haven't shown me running this in a while either, so it'll be nice to say, wow, you actually are doing a ton better than the last we saw you, which is good. Things are dying quickly. I like that. Also, one thing that I like to do when I get a later Uber Charm that allows you to teleport easier without having to, switch weapons, is teleport forward with the Adriams, then run backwards, because you run very quickly, they'll land there, it acts much quicker because they don't really move, and that's the way I really use them more effectively. Either way, this is going really well. Assuming I actually find something. But I love you, Zon. You're doing much better. All you need now is a super godlike amazing bow that can destroy everything and is probably never going to drop. And I'm pressing my old hotkey for Adrian. I used to have hotkeys set up in a very specific way, and I kind of messed that up. Where what I used to use for Adrian is now taking up my Bloodlust spot. So I'm gonna have to get used to that. Die. No, not me. They die. Adrian's, just to be safe. We'll be taking all the damage. They walk in there too. They're very, very aggressive. Some reanimates kind of, you know, they dwiddle around. They're, I'm not sure if I want to go into the battle. Adrians, they get right in there, which is one of the best things about them. And then they become immune once they do get in there sometimes. So it keeps them locked down there for a good amount of time. And I think the only way I could really do this much faster is if I had an item that gave me unholy armor or something, so I could just run in here. My damage is pretty solid. A lot of my items are still complete shit, but my damage is pretty solid where I can do this reliably. Then what I like to do, summon Adriams again, all 10 of them. You can only have 10. Switch to teleport. Let me make sure there's nothing over there first. My buff wore off? Yeah, it did. Did my buff wore off? Learn to speak English, man. Just trying to kill everything before I teleport over there. And then you teleport over here with the Adriams. All your summons come with you when you teleport. So if there is anything over here, they'll be taking most of the damage. And then what I'd normally do is teleport, walk back. And that's the easiest way to get them all grouped up at once. And no, don't die. Come on. No. And then I run through here, and then I run to the next area. Unfortunately, I'm not finding anything. I think I even have some... thought I had some elixirs of greed. But I don't. Well, this is pretty basic now. The next two rooms are really wide open, really easy to kill a Zon. I think you can kind of tell the killing speed of how this goes for me. Owie! Still gotta be careful though. Anyway, I'll tell you if I find any secrets. If I don't tell you anything, I guess I'm just moving on. Didn't find anything in Trinathula, but here, I found a pretty lady. I will save you.